Imagine a pass rusher who is young, explosive, and currently wearing a Super Bowl ring, yet the entire league is sleeping on him because of one misleading stat. We are talking about a defensive powerhouse with one of the most elite pressure rates in football, and right now, the whispers are turning into a roar that he is headed straight for Philadelphia this offseason. If this move happens, it doesn't just help the defense. It creates a nightmare for every quarterback in the NFC East for years to come. Before we dive into why this specific superstar is living rent-free in the front office's head, do me a quick favor. If you live and breathe for this team, smash that like button, share this with the rest of the fan base, and subscribe so you never miss a single breaking update this offseason. Now, let's look at the reality of where things stand, because after that 2025 season ended in such a soul-crushing way, the vibe around the facility has been heavy. We all remember the glory of winning it all the year before, but watching a wild card loss at home in 2025, that left a bitter taste in everyone's mouth. The dominance we expected just wasn't there, and the questions starting at the NovaCare complex are getting louder and louder. How do we get back to the top? The answer starts in the trenches, specifically at the edge rusher position, which has gone from a strength to an absolute emergency. Think about this for a second. If you could handpick a player who fits the aggressive blue-collar identity of this city perfectly, who would it be? The name that is currently skyrocketing to the top of every wish list is Boy Mafe, the standout defensive end from the Seattle Seahawks. This isn't just a random guess. Top NFL analysts are pointing to Mafe as the perfect fit for Philadelphia. And when you actually peel back the curtain and look at the tape and the advanced analytics, it's almost impossible to argue against it. But who is Boy Mafe, really? He came out of the University of Minnesota as a second-round pick back in 2022, and while Seattle used him in a heavy rotation, he never stopped producing. By 2023, he was a human highlight reel with 52 tackles, 9 sacks, and a knack for forcing fumbles. Then came 2025, where he did what every player dreams of. He hoisted the Lombardi Trophy. Now, here is where it gets controversial and where the question of the day comes in for all of you watching. In 2025, Mafe only recorded 2 sacks.
It really dictates the defense.
A down year, right? But the question of the day is this. Would you rather have a flashy player who gets 10 lucky sacks but disappears for 3 quarters, or a guy like Mafe who recorded 33 pressures and a massive 18? 7% pass rush win rate. Let me know in the comments right now. Sacks or consistent pressure? Which one wins championships? The reason the experts are obsessed with Mafe coming to Philly is because of those under-the-hood numbers. His win rate ranked him in the top 8 of all edge rushers in the entire NFL. He's a disruption machine. He's the guy who flushes the quarterback out of the pocket and right into the arms of his teammates. At just 27 years old, he is entering his physical prime, and because that sack total is low, he might be the biggest bargain in free agency. We know the front office loves a buying opportunity where the market undervalues a player's true impact. Why is the need so desperate right now? Look at the depth chart, or what's left of it. Currently, the only sure things under contract are Nolan Smith Jr. and Jalen Hunt. That is a terrifyingly short list. Jalen Hunt was a revelation last year, leading the team in sacks and pressures, but he's still raw. He needs a partner in crime. Meanwhile, Nolan Smith Jr. had a brutal 2025, sidelined by a triceps injury and finishing with only 3 sacks. He hasn't hit his ceiling yet, but you can't go into a season banking on maybe. Then you have the Jalen Phillips situation. He was incredible after the mid-season trade, but he's hitting the open market. Bringing him back is the priority, but in this league, nothing is a guarantee until the ink is dry. Imagine a world where Boy Mafe and Jalen Hunt are coming off the edges together. You have Hunt's pure speed and Mafe's technical refinement and championship experience. It changes the entire math for an opposing offensive coordinator. Under a defensive mastermind like Vic Fangio, Mafe wouldn't just be a rotational piece like he was in Seattle. He would be a featured weapon. He's the type of player who thrives when given more snaps, and Philly has plenty of snaps to give. Financially, this move is a total chess match. Since Mafe isn't coming off a double-digit sack season, his price tag likely won't be in the astronomical range. This is the exact type of move that has defined this era of the franchise. We've seen it before. Remember when everyone questioned the Brandon Graham pick? He became a legend. Remember the Hassan Reddick signing before the rest of the league realized he was a superstar? This front office doesn't pay for the name on the back of the jersey. They pay for the efficiency and the future production. 2 sacks last year might be a red flag for a casual fan, but for a high-level executive, that is a golden ticket. It's an invitation to steal a Super Bowl-caliber starter for a fraction of the cost. Mafe understands what it takes to win. He's been in the locker room of a champion. He knows how to handle the pressure of the big stage, which is exactly what you need when you're playing in front of the most demanding fans in the world. So, as we head into this wild free agency period, the strategy is clear. Does the team put all their chips on resigning Jalen Phillips? Or do they pivot to a more versatile, high-efficiency move like bringing in Boy Mafe? Or, in a perfect world, do they find a way to do both and build a defensive front that looks like a Pro Bowl roster? One thing is certain. The status quo isn't enough to get back to the Super Bowl. The edge rusher room needs a jolt of electricity. And Mafe is holding the lightning bolt. This off-season is going to be a roller coaster. And moves like this are exactly why we stay glued to every rumor and report. What do you think? Does Mafe with a midnight green next season? Or do you think there's a better option out there that we haven't talked about yet? I want to see your takes in the comments. We're building something special here, and your voice is part of the conversation. Stick around. Keep the energy high. And let's get ready for the most important off-season in recent history. Would you like me to create a similar deep dive script for a potential offensive target the Eagles might be looking